Details of Tianjin Declaration has now started coming in. We have the details now. The SCO members strongly condemn Pahalgam attack. That's a huge achievement that will be seen by India. Geeta, give us the details.
Well, that's right. But look, the statement has put, again, like I said, India and Pakistan being clubbed together. Pahalgam terror attack as well as Jaffer Express attack, both have been mentioned in the SCO summit, in the SCO declaration. This is huge. But the fact that India got its condemnation of the Pahalgam terror attack in is significant. Not like any of the countries had not condemned the attack. Pahalgam terror attack was very strongly condemned by China as well. So condemnation, yes, but the statement has clubbed India and Pakistan. There's condemnation of the Pahalgam terror attack as also Pakistan's Jaffer Express attack. So terrorism and the fact that a paragraph just before that speaks about no double standards when it comes to terrorism. That terrorism of all kinds should be completely rejected and fought, and that separatism, terrorism, and extremism, as well as illicit trafficking, all of them, transnational organized crime, all of them should be jointly combated and fought against. A strong statement there on terrorism in the SCO. Pahalgam terror attack condemned. So has Pakistan's Jaffer Express attack been condemned.
What now? Because I'm going through the statement, Geeta. It is looking at multiple aspects as was expected. The member states have spoken about sustainable international peace, and they have called for joint efforts to counter traditional and new security challenges and threats. Member states reaffirm their determination to continue the joint fight against terrorism, separatism, and extremism. And they have gone ahead and spoken. I think that the stress on double standards in the fight against terrorism are unacceptable. So Prime Minister's words, what Prime Minister Modi said, that double standards is unacceptable, it has been incorporated here. And the member states, I'm quoting a part of this Tianjin Declaration, Ambassador Sood, it says the member states strongly condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, stress that double standards in the fight against terrorism are unacceptable, and they call on the international community to combat terrorism, including cross-border movement of terrorists, with the central role of the UN by implementing the relevant UN Security Council resolution and the UN Global Counter-Terrorism Strategy in accordance with the UN Charter and the principles of international law in order to jointly combat all terrorist organizations. Go ahead, sir. Analyze this point about counter-terrorism and cross-border terrorism, which has been incorporated now. Is this a continuity in the SCO declaration, or are you seeing some kind of emphasis?
I am not seeing anything new in this declaration. Let me remind you that after the Pahalgam attack, all countries categorically condemned the Pahalgam terrorist attack, yes, including China. However, the difference comes because many of them also suggested that there should be an international body to investigate as to who was to blame. Now, that's where the difference comes in. It is after we blamed Pakistan and took military action against Pakistan that the same countries that had condemned the Pahalgam attack were also urging restraint on India. So therefore, I don't see anything new in this. Our problem is specific to Pakistan, and I think it has been amply brought out by both Geeta and by the other panelists.
Yes. Go ahead, Namrata.
Nothing new. I think also, let me remind you that after the Pahalgam attack, President Xi Jinping, going away from prior, instances, he didn't even send a condolence message. So, and also, this thing of clubbing India and Pakistan in one breath in the same, statement, I don't think we should really look at it as something new or something that is now an achievement. So the last one didn't mention Pahalgam, this one mentioned Pahalgam, but with the Balochistan attack. So I don't see anything new here. And again, like I said, SCO is giving platform to Pakistan. That India has been condemning again and again the terrorist attacks that we are having from Pakistan. So I don't see anything new here.
Okay, let me bring in Professor Shrikant.
I think on this issue, there is an incremental progress that we need to really watch for. But the proof of the pudding is in eating. So we need to see what the 1267 committee, the positions of Pakistan and China in regard to the cross-border terrorism. While it has been mentioned that there is a watering down of the resolution, joint statement, but we need to see how this is going to pan out in the 1267 committee of the United Nations Security Council, the Al-Qaeda committee. For instance, on Zakirul Rahman, Masood Azhar, and other terrorists based in Pakistan, China provided an indirect support by blocking the Indian suggestions for banning them or bringing into the 1267 committee. However, they have agreed after a series of 9 or 10 years of discussions with the Chinese. So there has been the Chinese acceptance of this, reluctantly though, but they have been able to do that. So I think it is an incremental progress, but we need to watch how it is going to affect the 1267 committee and the international actual campaign against terrorism. Will that be watered down as well as the Chinese did for 9 years on Masood Azhar and others? Or will there be real action in terms of the 1267 committee provisions regarding counter-terrorism? So there is, in the light of course, the Pakistan-US relations improving, I think this is a good beginning in terms of including Pahalgam in the statement.
Yes.
Previously, there was no mention about it.
Yes, so this time the statement is, member states strongly condemn the terrorist attack in Pahalgam on April 22nd, 2025. It also goes on to say that member states strongly condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, something that Prime Minister Modi spoke about in his address at the plenary. He also said, spoke about double standards, that there should be no double standards on terrorism. The SCO Declaration, which is the Tianjin Declaration, has said and stressed that double standards in the fight against terrorism are unacceptable. They have called on the international community to combat terrorism, including cross-border movement of terrorists.